I'm gonna change my cam. Hi G23, how's it going? That's what I got so far. Let's get in there. Yeah, we have restrictions here too, G23. I hear you. It's bad here too in Canada. It's getting to a point that they're making taking our rights away from us, and I don't think that's right. But it's just the way it is. Yeah, thanks. Anybody wants to join in, more than welcome. You know, there's quite a few people doing the live stream right now, so I do it to kill time, to be honest with you. Hi, John, how's it going?
What's up?
Oh, Plastic Fanatic. Yeah, I have those magazines. I even have Model Car Science and Car Model Mahler, the old ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the storm treating you? Any storms up there?
Yeah, we had a storm yesterday.
Got one going right now.
It was bad here. Hi, Paul. How's it going? Here comes Terry. They'll probably take over the show now.
Yep, it'll be over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard that.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta get some coffee.
Yeah. Hey, Terry.
Hey.
What's happening, Terry?
That looks
How
good.
you feeling today?
That's what I got done so far.
Not too bad.
Good.
So that's
it's
what I got
finally
done.
Quit raining.
That's what I got done so far.
You're good. We got all the rain we need right now.
That looks good.
Here's the 65.
Oh, wow.
I like the color of that.
That's this paint, Terry.
That's almost a B5 blue.
That's that tester thing.
Yeah, you still can get it in the States, but you can't get it here in Canada anymore. They just discontinue it. But it goes through the airbrush. You don't have to thin it or nothing. 20 psi. That's it. That's all I use.
Huh.
Oh.
So I got the door lines done, John, as you can see.
Yeah,
I used that label tape, and it worked great. You know, with the plastic, real thick plastic that you put in one of those label makers.
Yeah, cool.
That's what I use. Hi, Black Knight Mustang. How's it going?
Yeah, I seen that one of the guys on the channels put up a video about making those lines, and he had some metal scribe line guides.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, buddy.
How's it
All
going?
right, how you doing?
G23.
What have I missed?
It looked like you're sitting outside.
Not much. Mopar ain't got started yet.
Yeah. We can't even leave town because of this virus.
Oh man. Well, believe it or not, I work. My job has me here all day today because of the virus. Working from home.
Yeah, they're talking about another lockdown here in Canada.
Hey, Devil Dog.
Hey, Miguel.
Hi, Miguel.
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
I was showing everybody I got the body painted. The blue that I painted the chassis with.
Hey.
Miguel. And here's that 34 Ford so far.
Looking good.
nice.
I got the spray paint finally, Miguel. 3 cans for $50 instead
Yeah.
of $50.
I saw your
shipping.
message. That's a lot of money.
That's a
Well,
lot of paint, too.
yeah, well, the Tamiya paint, it's like $15 a can right now.
Wow. That's
Here.
crazy.
That's insane. I'm not paying that much.
I wouldn't either.
How many-
much do you
What
care?
is it, like 30 milliliters?
Yeah, you barely just paint one car with it. That's it.
So you're talking 15 milliliters.
I bought 3 cans and it came to 51 and change.
I think I can get it cheaper, pretty much.
Yeah.
100 milliliters. 100
Somebody's
milliliters.
making some money off of it.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same size as those cans, Lauren.
Okay.
I'm
Same
pretty sure I
size.
only paid like $8 or $9 for the ones that I bought.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking. Same thing.
Aren't they talking right now about there's going to be a big shortage and a lot of hobby stores can't get this stuff anymore?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I bought a
Yeah.
shitload. I'm glad.
Yeah, I did, but I went to the airbrush and then I got rid of a bunch of cans, and now I wish I would have kept them.
Yeah,
Because
you
I bought 30 cans from a guy one time. So.
can always decant them. You don't have to use them out of the can.
Oh, I know, but I didn't think about it. I had some that were leaking crap out of it from the Model Master, the lacquers, the
Oh.
testers. They were
I've got-
leaking at the bottom. I don't know why.
I've got some that are so old. I mean, they got to be at least 25 years old. They still don't leak.
Yeah. Hi, Blue. How's it going?
Hey, Blue.
Michelle won the giveaway.
Hi, Steve.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
How you doing, folks?
Yeah, I mailed the package to Michelle and it only cost me $13.
It's not
Hey,
too
Miguel. No. No.
Hey, Claudia.
bad. Frizzo.
Hi,
Frank.
Frank.
What's up, Frizzo?
Rondo.
Hey, Miguel, do you get my email address or email that I sent you the other day?
I did. I need to get some envelopes and I'll send one out to you.
I did. The reason why you didn't get the first time, I left the U out of your name.
Oh, yeah.
The reason why it come back and said unsendable.
No problem. Yeah, I'll send one out as soon as I pick up some envelopes.
That's no problem. No worry. I just want to make sure you got the email.
Yeah, I should have replied and I totally spaced it. I need to send one to Ernie too.
Steve, I got the door lines in.
Oh, good. How's it look? Well, I
Yeah.
can see them. I can see them there.
You know what
Yeah.
I use? I use that tape from a label maker,
Oh, yeah.
and then I put it right where the lines were.
Yeah, yeah.
That way, you know, you can describe a lot easier.
Yeah, you
And
get
it's
something
easy to
to rest your knife against.
Yeah. That's what I use.
I haven't
That's
got there yet.
That's that tester's paint. This paint here.
Oh yeah. They used to sell that here at Michael's, but they don't sell it anymore.
Yeah. They discontinued it a couple years ago, actually.
It couldn't have been out for very long.
No, it
Hey,
wasn't.
Big B.
No,
It's
it
funny
wasn't.
they do that, you know.
John Paul, was that a writer can or that's just straight paint?
What's that?
Was that a writer can or is that straight paint?
This paint?
Yeah. Okay.
Testers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It says
It's
Aztec on it. It says
It's
Aztec.
it's already mixed for the airbrush.
Remember, they used to use the Aztec airbrushes. That's why it says Aztec on it.
Okay.
Who's got the TV going?
Yeah,
I do.
It's gotta be Steve. You know, it's gotta be Steve.
Yeah, I can't know what baseball's on. Well, it was on. Maybe it's a commercial
Remember
now. I
this
haven't been
ball?
paying
I mean
attention.
balls. I mean whatever.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday we had the tail end of that hurricane. Must have.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain tomorrow.
It was downpour here.
Yeah, that's what we're getting tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
At least it's not 100 degrees here.
Yeah.
I think 100 degrees, no humidity.
They're talking about another lockdown over here in Ontario, Steve.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Things are getting a little crazy down here.
Well, 900 people are getting affected each day here on Ontario. It's crazy. They got the shots, but it's not 100% proof, though. Go figure.
Nothing's 100%. You know.
Designer disease.
Well, they never tested that vaccine, anyways.
Well,
Here you go. Either you
Yeah,
die
they-
or
they-
you have pains. One of the two.
They tested it. They tested it on you.
Yeah, me the guinea pig.
Hey,
Now
John.
you know why Jeff loves you so much. You're just like a ferret.
John.
Oh, what are you doing over there?
What are we going to do about you?
yeah.
Can't do much. Too far away.
You must have watched a lot of the Little Rascals while you were growing up.
You know what you can do, John? You can call yourself the Taliban. That way they'll send you some weapons, and then you can come over and blow my head off.
That's a good magazine, eh, John? Model cars.
It's the same magazine as Plastic Fanatic. That's what Plastic Fanatic changed into, model cars.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, Roy Sorensen had Plastic Fanatic. And then he sold it to Greg, and Greg changed the name to Model Cars.
Model cars. That's why I got him. I don't have a complete set, because moving, things get lost and destroyed in moving.
Hey, Blue, we're only allowed 6 people in the room, not 7. I don't have to pay version. Not yet,
I like
anyways.
this one. I like this Plastic Fanatic. With that car. Badass.
I got a lot of those issues. I don't know. I haven't looked through.
Actually, a couple of my models are in one of those magazines. Plastic Fanatic. A little Chevette that I Pro Street.
Got this car modeler, never opened it. Left it in the seal. I bought one at the store, and then this one came in the mail.
Nice.
It's got one of
Send that
those
to me.
Wicked Willies. I don't know. I was thinking about if I get the 300, I might give it away. I don't know.
I got a scale modeler that you just went by.
Yeah.
I had the very first issue of Skill Auto Enthusiast, but I don't have them made anymore.
Well, that's right. The wife got to them, huh?
It started quite back a while ago. I think 89, somewhere on there.
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah. Remember the contest annuals they used to have?
Yeah.
This is a Scale Auto contest annual. You just flip through it, and all kinds of other contest coverage and all kinds of pictures from people who build other cars. It
Yeah.
was sweet. I love every year. I love getting one of these.
You print anything else, McGill?
Yeah, I've printed several things actually. Nothing model related. I printed some medallions for my wife, and I printed some little, you know what what's it called? A coat of arms, little
Yeah.
like insignias.
Yeah.
Like
For
a family crest, you mean? Like a family crest?
yeah, I printed a handful of those for some people. Hold on, I'll show you one.
Well, I seen the 2 test runs you made on video, but I didn't see anything else. I know
This is pretty good paint.
that turned out pretty good, didn't it?
What brand is
Yeah,
that?
the detail is really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me
It's
see. Let me,
called same color.
Pretty nice.
Yeah,
Miguel,
but-
what is that made out of?
it's resin.
Right? Did you design
That's
that?
beautiful.
No, it's something I got off a Thingiverse,
Okay.
and it's really
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah, it really does a real job on the detail.
Are you
I
gonna
sanded
leave it like that, or you
the
gonna paint
back. All these little dots you see. That's where all the supports attached.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
sanded it smooth. It's going to get painted.
Okay.
This is something my wife wants to give one of her friends. He's a fan of. This is a Harry Potter thing, Ravenclaw.
Mhm.
I don't know if you can read that.
It's a little dark, but I can see it.
You can see lots of detail, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the detail is really great on it.
You gonna
That's
paint it?
beautiful.
She gonna paint it?
All right,
Actually, neither. I'm gonna prime it, and then one of our friends is gonna paint it, and then my wife's gonna give it to her friend.
so how are you feeling about the 3D printer? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I love it. I ordered more resin already. I ordered three more bottles of resin.
Cool.
I need to get more filters. But otherwise, yeah, it's been great.
I'm doing pretty good, Johnny. I seen your message in the chat.
Nice, Steve.
I got lots of them too, Steve. So
I got a couple, but not very
I
many.
always like that one. Model car
Yeah, man, I got this one here.
Remember the
Yeah.
one that used to be like a newspaper? It was as big as a newspaper?
It was back from the 60s, John.
No, they had them into the 90s.
I used to get some, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's been a while. They used to,
I think they stopped in the 70s, Steve.
no,
What's
they
that?
stopped in the 70s. Because I got them in the 90s.
The car model.
Car model stopped around somewhere around 74 or 75.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
that one, yeah. Oh, Model Car Journal. That's what it was called. It was just like
Right,
a newspaper. Model Car Journal.
Yeah, I used to get that too.
Yeah, I got a couple. That's the ones I got. But the ones I got are kind of they're like a magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any that are
Well,
like
I think just after they were starting to wane, they were going out of business. That's when they went to the newspaper format.
Oh, yeah, okay. I've been looking through some of the model car ones, and man, there's a lot of good stuff in there, you know.
Oh yeah.
A lot of detail stuff, eh?
I think
Well,
that bug
yes.
right there, that little convertible, number 4.
Yeah, the white one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Excuse me.
You see that jungle gym in that picture?
Yeah.
That's the one that's built out of that Troublemaker. The guy did a custom deal with the decals. And they're talking about the Troublemaker's going to get reissued. That's what I'm
Yeah,
going
it
to build
is.
out of my Troublemaker. That's what I'm building out of my Troublemaker, Jungle Gym, fantasy car.
Actually, that chassis would be good for a lot of projects, John.
Yeah, but it looks good at Jungle Gym though. Like that.
Yeah. Actually, that chassis will look good under the little red wagon too.
Probably, yeah.
With
I
the
like the
motor
fact
in
that it flip. I just like the body flipping the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, isn't there a funny car like that?
This is a
Funny Car Summer was called the movie, and it had the motor in the back. Jim Dunn, I think his name is. Or you don't recall, John?
trying to remember. I don't have as much as I'm not as old as you.
Oh, it's a '70s movie. I think his name was Jim Dunn, and he had the
Oh, yeah,
motor in the
Jim.
back. It was a Challenger or a Cuda, one of the two. It didn't go very well.
The movie with Harrison Ford, and there was a hot rod. He was driving a hot rod. What was that called?
Well, didn't it have flames on the side?
It was
black
yellow,
with red flames.
and I think Ron Howard character was going to go to Vietnam or something like that.
Oh, that's American Graffiti.
Yeah.
Yeah, American
There you
Graffiti.
go.
Yeah.
What kind of car was that?
Harrison Ford
yellow
drove a
one?
55 Chevy.
Yellow one.
The
A
yellow
lot of
car.
cars.
32 Ford, wasn't it? It was a 32 Ford, wasn't it?
Nice.
There's a 32 Ford. There's a 58 Impala. There's a Corvette that Suzanne Summers is driving.
Two
Nobody
link
forgot
black top.
Suzanne Summers.
That wasn't a Corvette. That was a Thunderbird she was driving.
Thunderbird.
The two
Okay,
lane black
Thunderbird.
top was in there too. The 55 Chevy.
She had a
Told you-
56
told you I'd be
Thunderbird.
wrong.
The yellow Ford is a 32 Ford 5-window.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got that in
Harrison
1/8
Ford drove a
detail.
55 Chevy, the black one.
Yeah, 150.
And one guy drove a 58 Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Yeah, 58
58,
Impala, man.
58 Impala. Yep. There's
Yeah,
a
That's
51
1/8
Mercury.
scale.
Ron Howard, he drove that.
There's a 58 Edsel.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say there's an Edsel in that movie too.
Oh yeah. That's me.
And there's a 67 Citron.
Oh, that's got to be a die-cast.
It's a die-cast. It's still pretty though,
Yeah.
and it's still instant satisfaction.
You don't find too many nice die-cast cars anymore that size, anyways.
Look at that. The wheels have the fender that turn with it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Cool.
And why did it have Why did it have that what do you call license plate? THX 138.
Huh.
Spielberg movie, dude. Spielberg movie.
Thank you, Mopar. That looks nice.
Yeah, I
That
like
movie
them.
that's what got Harrison Ford his start.
They
That
did a nice
long
job
before
on they did a nice job on the firewall too. It's all mirrored. So this is AMT Ertl, man. Back when Ertl was AMT, and vice versa. Nice job.
If you guys hear a helicopter flying, there's a helicopter flying around my house right now. It sounds like Vietnam here.
No
Maybe
problem.
Maybe it's the Taliban invading.
They're just
No, it's
finding
our-
UFOs. They're
It's
looking
the
for
wonderful
UFOs.
it's the wonderful state of California and the rising crime rates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you're in
thought it was like-
California, right?
I thought it was
So is,
Mulder and
Rick.
Scully.
Oh, it's Rick.
Okay.
PM Productions.
I
tell
lived
you
in
what,
California for a while when I was in the military.
What part?
Well, part of it I lived on base, Camp Pendleton, and part of it I lived in Oceanside.
Sweet, sweet. Well, you definitely picked a nice part of California.
How long ago though?
93 to 95.
Oh wow. Wow.
They didn't title that book there after you, Mopar.
Yeah, you know that's not about him because it has the word build on it.
It's got
No,
muscle
I
too.
already built some stuff, and don't worry about how I build. Go back to the SDM home.
Your cat probably builds faster than you, John.
I don't
He'd
build
run out.
fast. I build good.
He'd run out diecast cars. Now he's onto the magazine.
I still ain't
Pretty
seen
show
no
and tell.
55. I still ain't seen no 55, and Double Doggy's playing with 3D. So what's going on here?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting from Shapeways for a motor for
The shape, like, what are you gonna get in shape before you start building that?
I don't know.
Gym?
Ron Olson closed the shop, so I closed the one at Shapeways too. So I gotta wait now.
Yeah, I'm really regretting not pulling the trigger. I was going to buy 2 of those engine files, and I decided to wait because they were $35. And then the next day, he closed his store down, and now you can't buy them.
No. Well,
Now I got a 3D printer and no files.
yeah, you can't even get parts at his Shapeways store.
Look around. There's other people who have them.
I'm making my own files. I found a 3D model of a Hemi, blown Hemi. So, but it's like it's one part. So in my 3D modeling software, I'm taking it and I'm breaking it out into all the separate parts. And so far, I've got the blower hat and the blower separated.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
It is good. It is a good movie, Colin. I just watched that movie here about a month ago.
Return to Macon County. I haven't heard of that one. When's that movie come out?
That's an old movie.
Yeah, it is.
That's an old one.
I saw Macon County Line or something like that one time.
Yeah. It's a spinoff of Macon County Line.
Yeah, okay.
Return to Macon County, 1975. Man, you guys are dating yourself.
Yeah, that's probably about the time I saw it.
That's the year after I graduated high school.
Yeah, I graduated in '74.
Damn, you're really
To
dating
answer your
yourself, Gary.
question, Johnny, that
I was 3 years old.
The last week. So there you go, Johnny. That one was built. Okay, Johnny? Now leave me alone.
Yeah, had John Johnson and Nick Nolte played in that.
And how long ago did you start that one, John? 2 years ago?
No, it wasn't 2 years ago. That's how long Big C had ran the thing, which Hensley actually did one before me.
Okay.
But he never said anything. Hensley never said anything. And right now I'm working on that Ducati, so I'll be finishing that up by September. I'm building a Bermuda.
That the 71 Charger?
21 cars.
Yeah, I'm not a big movie buff, Colin.
No, I'm not either.
I got to be in the mood. If I'm not in the mood, I'll walk away, or I fall asleep. One of the two.
Today's movies suck. That's all I gotta say.
You got to have a lot of action, or I will fall asleep.
Yeah. Give me an old Bruce Lee movie or something.
Now that's what I'm building for GI Mechanics bike build. So that's
For
gonna be
next year?
finished. That's gonna be
For
finished
next year?
September. September 1st, it's gotta be finished.
You know what month it is, John? Do you know what month it is?
Yeah, I know what month it is.
That's because he just extended the deadline date on it.
Yeah,
Whatever you're
exactly.
talking, John, I don't want
See,
any
the
of it.
wizard knows what he's talking about. See, the wizard knows.
Here's the blower and the hat.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's real nice.
Yeah, I'll show you the. Let me see.
Yeah, he was a legend, Colin. Bruce Lee.
Now you gotta find some 60s files and get some old 60s stuff. MT valve covers.
Well, Speed City Resin is down, John?
What, the empty valve covers?
I'm out of batteries, gentlemen. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I'll be back
All
later.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
Thank you,
man.
guys.
Thanks for coming.
Everybody,
And
Miguel, nice to meet everybody.
Fortino's your name on the channel, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll
So
check it
Kurt,
out.
Miguel, Terry, everybody, John Paul. Thank you.
I'll check
No
that out.
problem. Anytime.
Yeah,
We'll
That
talk
looks
to you
nice,
later.
Miguel. Good job.
see ya.
Yep.
All right, now Steve's turning up the music.
Not yet.
Some belly dancing music, eh, Steve?
Never
Oh,
know.
geez.
Steve might jump up on the table and start dancing. You know, never know.
Or polka.
You know, I like lots of different music, but there's
Yeah.
some music I just can't stand.
Let me
You
guess.
know, like I can't stand rap, or I can't stand
I knew he was
anything
going to
that
say that.
Or hip hop.
or hip hop. Can't stand that stuff.
No,
I
no,
can't
no.
stand anything that doesn't have a live band in it.
See
All
ya,
this
Tom.
electronic stuff. You know, I can't. You know, I mean, electronic stuff that's played by a band. Well, that's different. But I mean, some guy that's sitting there pushing a bunch of buttons. That's, you know, that
Carl
just doesn't
Santana
do
was
it for
just
me.
in Toronto, Steve?
What's that?
It's
Carl
okay.
Santana was just in Toronto.
Yeah, I didn't
At
quite catch it.
guitar convention.
Oh yeah, wow, that'd be cool.
Have you done printed them, Miguel, or are you going to print them?
I haven't printed them yet. I'm going to print them.
Welcome, Blue. I'm sorry about that, but I don't have the paid version of StreamYard.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Blue.
Hello.
Like if you got a paid version of StreamYard, you're allowed 10 people. In it.
Oh,
But because I don't have the paid version, you're only allowed 6 people in the room. That's it.
Yeah, I finally found you, Mark, on YouTube and was able to sub to you. I kept typing it in separate and it wouldn't bring it up.
Well, I just lost 300 subs in the last couple days.
Hey,
no
Dominic.
way.
I don't know.
Oh,
I was
I
at
got it.
1300. I was at 1300. Now I'm at 1020.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was crying because I lost 2.
Well, somebody was telling me if somebody subs to you should wait 24 hours before you sub back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Blue must not have his
I don't know.
volume.
I don't know how it works.
Blue must have his mic muted or he ain't saying another one.
Really? There's a tornado in New Jersey? Where in New Jersey? So, you know, I might be off the air.
Yeah, I know Tampa's wife. I know you're still sub to me. No, I don't know what's going on. No idea.
Hey, John.
Where in New Jersey is
When
that
you
tornado?
put your when you set your reminder or whatever saying you're going to go live, this is twice now that you said you're going live at 9, and my time it should have been 10 o'clock.
Right.
And you started about an hour earlier.
That looks good, Miguel.
But when you get the notification, it tells you your local time.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you what John says.
It never did before.
Well, on mine it always shows it.
If he said, you know, if he said 8 o'clock, it was 9 o'clock my time. It started, no problem. So that must be something they've changed.
No, I haven't changed anything. I set the same way all the time.
Not you, but like YouTube maybe.
My notification says 7 o'clock, but if I look up there, it says that, you know, it's like 3 hours or 4 hours or whatever, you know, before it starts. Well, it's actually 8 o'clock here when he actually starts.
You might have to make me some headers.
That's what I mean.
But if it says
The notification.
But
YouTube is screwing up a lot of things, Blue. YouTube is screwing up a lot of things.
Yeah, but if I click on my notification, it'll say, you know, like 15 minutes or 30 minutes before he goes on the air. Well, at 15 to 8, it, you know, said he like 15 minutes before it started. Even though it says 7 o'clock on the notification too, but I know what time it starts.
So this
I
is
spent most
the
of the day
model of
downloading
the
files.
this is the model of the blown V8 that I found for free online.
Nice.
So what I've done is I basically deleted everything but the part that I want, which is the blower and then the blower hat. So I've done it twice. And so next I'll do the same thing and I'll delete everything except for the intake. And then I'll create one where I delete everything but the valve covers, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll just keep
Cool.
doing that until I
Yeah.
have all the parts.
Okay.
You're slicing it all. You're slicing it all apart.
Yep, I'm just slicing it apart.
So
And
basically,
then I'll
just
create
isolating it, right?
Yeah, and then I'll create one print file that has all the parts in it so that I can print them all at once.
Yeah, I have them on those little branches or whatever you call them.
I'm not gonna do it like Shapeways where it comes in like a little block. Mine are gonna be laid out flat.
Oh yeah, cool. So it'd be a bigger plate then.
Yeah, this transmission when I printed it, here, let me turn my screen share off. This little transmission when I printed it, this was one of the first things I printed on the first print. It was vertical like this, so it was the tallest thing I had to print, and the print took 3 hours and 11 minutes.
Wow.
Wow.
Now I printed that thing that I showed you, the coat of arms that I'm printing for my wife's friend. That thing only took like an hour and a half.
How come that thing in your hand took so long?
Well, because if you think about it, it's the height. Every layer takes like 20 seconds, and so
Okay.
because you specify what the exposure is going to be. So it's like a 10-second exposure, and then it takes a few seconds to lift, and then it takes a few seconds to drop back down, and then it does the next layer. And then it lifts, and then it drops, and then does the next layer, and it lifts and it drops. And so it's like 20 seconds for every layer. And
Right.
this was like 600 layers.
Wow.
That's what the resolution is on this tiny little thing, 600 layers. That's why here, let me turn my autofocus off. That's why the detail is so good, because the layers are so small.
Right. It's like DPI's on screen, but it's really small.
What is that? A transmission?
It is. It's a Lenko. Let me see if I can get that focus a little bit better. There.
Right.
Would it cut the time about in half if you'd laid it outside?
It would, but you have to orient the parts in a way where you have the minimal overhang. See how these little knobbies, servos or whatever they're called, stick out.
Yeah.
So anything that sticks out and has like a branch sticking out, you have to support it. So if I did it this way, I would have to support the whole transmission, because the whole thing, it doesn't print flat on the build plate. It actually raises it up like 5 millimeters, and it supports it so that you can cut away the supports and have a clean part.
Yeah, you have to have access too.
Yeah. So based on the way the part is designed, you want to orient it in a way where you need the minimal supports, because the more supports you have to cut off, the more risk you have of not getting the detail you want, or breaking something, or whatever. So it's just about trying to find the right orientation for each part.
The wheels were too thin, and the supports, and then when you took a wheel off, it broke.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it.
That printer and that cure station that you got, Miguel, is double the price here.
Now, what happened to that rim if they was so thin, Miguel?
Well, the 3D file that I used to print that wasn't designed for model making. So you'll notice, like, if you take a model off a sprue, take a wheel off a sprue for a model, and if you measured the thickness of it and then multiply that times the scale, you'd have a wheel that had like a 3-inch thick, rim.
Yeah.
The thickness isn't to scale on models. It's there. It's structurally designed so that it'll support the wheels and the tires and stuff, but it's not to scale.
Yeah, because they're getting injected.
Yeah. But you never see it, so it doesn't matter. They can make it as thick as they need to,
Yeah,
so that it doesn't break,
Yeah.
because you're never going to see it. You only see what's exposed to your eyes when you build the model.
Yeah.
But that file that I used was designed as a realistic model. It had a realistic scale. It wasn't designed for model making.
No.
So what I did was I just shrank it down so that it was 1/24th scale. But the problem was that meant that the wall was also 1/24th the thickness of
Yeah.
a real wheel.
Yeah.
So it was super thin. In fact, I still have one.
Miguel, there's a thing here for you in the chat. Dominic.
Hey, Rick.
I drew and printed the Underwood framework for a 1969 Chevelle. Had to print it standing up, and it took 6 hours and 56 minutes. I believe it. So I don't know if you can really tell, but let me see if I can.
Dominic does nice stuff. All car related. I don't know if he makes his own files or not.
Can you see? You can see the tint of my thumb in the wheel. That's how thin. That's how thin this resin is.
Well, I noticed that when you first put the video up, it looked like it had a chip place took out of it where it's thin. I guess when you cut it off the supports,
you can see right through. That's how thin that material is, and it's resin, right? And it's cured, so it's hard.
Hemi.
And it's brittle. So me with my meat hooks, I'm just like breaking things off and like trying to cut it out, and I
hire these little tiny guys, little tiny guys.
Now, if you had a file that was on a smaller scale, it would probably come out a lot different. It would have been a little thicker.
What I need to do is I need to take this 3D file, and I just need to manually make the wall thicker on the side of the rim. On the tube part, what's it called? The wheel ring?
The rim.
The rim?
Yeah, on the
barrel.
The barrel. There you go. That's the term I was looking for. On the barrel portion, I just need to make the wall thickness, higher.
Hi, Dwayne.
The spokes look fantastic. The detail. Look you can see the little lug nut holes.
Yeah, I was noticing that on the one that you showed.
I mean, this is amazing detail.
But it was just thin around the outer edge of it, like you said. You could actually almost see
how thin is
outline.
the wheel anyway? Can you measure it with a caliper?
That's what I did. Is I decided I wanted a 20-inch wheel, and so I pulled up a scale calculator. I just Googled scale calculator, and I figured out what 1/24th scale was for a 20-inch wheel, and then I converted that to millimeters, and then in my 3D print slicer software, I told it I wanted the model to be that many millimeters wide.
Okay.
So these wheels have like an X and a Y, which is, basically the diameter of the wheel. And I did it wrong. These are 20 millimeters. I should have made them like 24 millimeters. So these were too small, which was fine because they'll work on a smaller kit, like a little Celica or a Civic or something. They'll be just fine. So I looked for some tires that I had in my little tire box, and the only ones I had were solid. And so I was trying to cram these into a solid wheel, and there's not as much give on those, because they're like a hard, thick plastic. And I broke them. So
Another message from Dominic Miguel.
Do you need
did I show you guys my Hemi engine yet?
I don't think so.
Hey, Rhonda.
Dominic, I thought about just taking the face of the wheel styles and just making them like a dish. Oh. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I thought about taking them and just making a dish, sort of like, here, I'll show you.
Yeah, I like how you made those spark plug boots below. It's a good idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What about the dipstick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Now I can't see to put it back.
Yeah, so I thought about just making like little dishes, like little flat plates or whatever you call it that have the wheel, and then printing the barrel separately so I can make the barrels as wide or narrow as I want.
I even got it where you can pull it out. That's pretty neat.
So then
Hey,
you could
Miguel,
just and the other thing is if you do it like that so that you insert this into a barrel, you can specify the offset that you need. So if you need a deep dish wheel, or if you need, a wheel like a modern car where it's negative offset, you could do it whatever you need.
Another message from Dominic Miguel
Yep.
for you.
and Miguel, was it you that had that 1/16 scale Grand Prix?
I have one it's sealed in a box, and I was gonna buy one to turn into a
Yeah.
Pro Street. But I don't think it
This
was
car
me.
here?
Yeah, just like that. I have that model
Yeah.
that's unopened. It's still sealed.
Yeah. Because the fuel cell that's in the back,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the way it looked, so I was going to redo the piping on it,
Uh-huh.
and the straps were too thick. Then I started looking at everything, and things weren't the right size, so I said, screw it. I cut the whole damn thing out and made my own fuel cell,
Nice.
if I can get it out. So I made my own fuel cell.
Wow, that looks good.
This light's too bright.
Yeah, it washed out a little bit, but yeah, I could see it. That looks really good.
So
Nice.
I
I like
made
it.
my own, put the AN fittings on the end.
That's really cool
And
because
then
you'll see that
because
detail
I-
underneath.
Because
Yeah.
and then I cut the whole bottom half out, this piece here. Cut that out, made my own straps on it and everything. All the welding beads. Put all the welding beads all through here so far. So I don't
Yeah,
like leaving things alone.
it's going to turn out nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dominic. I just haven't had time. I'm just finally winding down a bunch of work stuff that I've had to do over the last month, so I'm finally having time to get back into the modeling stuff, and I want to start doing some parts. I'm gonna break out the Hemi engine into separate parts, and then I'm gonna do a big block Chevy the same way, so that I can print either one.
Now that I'd be interested in, a big block Chevy.
You want one?
Is that better?
Yeah, because I need it
No,
for
it's not.
the Wild Willie Borscht funny car. It's a Charger funny car. It ran a big block Chevy engine in it.
Hey, Jay.
Hello,
And I needed a
better.
1/16 scale.
Hey, Jamie.
So I will
Cool.
pay for it.
Hey, Jamie.
Well, I'll let you know as soon as I have it ready to go.
Cool.
I'm just testing lighting here.
Okay.
I need Dominic. Do you have a place where do you sell parts? I need to find a place to source the files so that I can tinker with them.
Yeah, Dominic
Sure, you
probably
can find
knows
free
where to
file.
go, Miguel.
I found a
Yeah, I'm
complete
just-
motor as a free file, so I don't see why you can't find them. Search around.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of stuff out there. The problem is that some of them are not accurate, and they need a lot of work. The file has to be prepped properly, otherwise it'll cause problems when you're printing.
Okay.
And I'm new to the printing stuff. I'm just figuring it out now, and
Okay.
so I have
Well,
to
ready to print file.
I have to be careful because I don't, there's some problems that I can run into that I won't know how to fix or why it's even a problem. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, BJ and the bars looks good today.
I'll be hitting this wall too. I'll be hitting the
That's
same
nice
wall.
of you, Dominic.
This is,
I'm looking for files though. I mean, I don't want to. I understand people, don't want to give their stuff away. I was going to buy a bunch of stuff from Ron Olson, but he shut his store down like the day I was going to do it.
Wonder why.
I don't know. I mean, I was shopping. I was like window shopping one night, and I bought like $30 worth of stuff. I bought like an MSD ignition set, and I bought a couple like miscellaneous parts, just like some valve covers and stuff. And then I was gonna buy the engines, but they were $35 a piece for the files. And I thought, man, that's kind of pricey. Let me think about that. And so I didn't buy them that night. Well, the next day I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and buy them. And I went back to his website and it said temporarily closed. So I sent him a message on Shapeways, and he responded and he said he closed his site down because he had low sales, like he wasn't selling enough. And it was going to be closed until at least November, he said.
Oh man,
John, you got anybody waiting to come in?
By the time he opens up, you'll be selling.
You got anybody waiting to come in, John?
What's that?
I said, you got anybody waiting to come in on the chat or on the live stream?
Yeah, you're the last one. Or maybe Jamie will want to come in. I don't know.
I saw Rick.
Get off. Yeah, I thought maybe Rick might have wanted to come on here.
Or Rick, yeah. One of the two.
I was going to get off for a while. I'll still be watching in the chat room, but I was going to get off so somebody else can come on.
Okay.
Taking a breathing treatment?
No, I took it before I got on here.
Okay.
No, I was just going to hop off so somebody else could have a spot for a while. I mean, I'll still be in the chat room and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll yell at you then.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on you, Mopar. Might not be able to see me, but you'll be able to hear me.
Oh yeah, right.
Somebody's watching you, John.
All right. See y'all in the chat room.
Okay.
And if anybody else starts getting into the 3D printing stuff and wants, or is already into it and wants model parts that I'm working on, I'm more than willing to share them. So just let me know.
Yeah, this is why I want to get a printer. As soon as I get that job done, I'm getting me a printer.
I priced that printer you got, Miguel, and it's double the price here. It's like $600 for the both items.
Yep.
So no.
Wow, that's insane.
I don't think so.
This is what I print.
Yeah, you showed us that little dragon one time. That's really cool.
This is all loot.
You were, if I remember, the last time you showed those to us, you were actually painting one of them.
Yeah.
How did
That
that
one's done. I gave it to my stepson.
Oh, I'd like to see that sometime. Did you take pictures of it?
I think there's some on my Instagram. I mean, I can go get it off his desk.
I can check your Insta.
There's another guy.
I have Insta.
There you go.
There's another one. I got all kinds that I'm printing and working on.
Hey John, SDM wants to get in. Can you put up the link?
I did.
Okay.
I told you, you're Mr. McGill. You're blind as a bat.
Did you resin print that blue, or is that or is that an FDM?
We just lost Steve.
No, resin. That's all resin.
What printer?
Oh, he came back.
Sorry?
What printer do you have?
There he is.
I got the Elegant
Hey guys.
Looks like a strange Steve, though.
Elegant Mars 2.
Nice. How long did
I
it
was
take
trying
to
trying to send the link to somebody, but I guess I have to do it from what's up above. Try that.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah, stop pushing that red button, Steve. It keeps cutting out.
Stick to baseball, Steve.
No, I got all kinds of stuff printing. I finished downloading a whole bunch of files, like the new drop from Loot today. Tomorrow is the 6-month loyalty program, so I'll be getting another one tomorrow.
So did that jig work for you, Miguel, or no?
Did what?
That jig, that chassis jig, did it work for you or what?
I haven't used it yet to build anything. I
Oh,
haven't had time. I haven't had time to do anything yet.
oh, okay.
I've been working.
Yeah.
I know that feeling well.
Yeah, Miguel, if you figure out those
mixture, gas,
the tire
or
files, let me know.
What's that, Blue?
If you figure out those wheel files, those would be always nice to have.
Yeah, I'll
'Cause
share
then I
those
can
with you.
modify it anyway.
I'll probably fix
Anyway, I
those up
want
this
kind of
weekend.
thing.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
I'm going to upgrade the wheels in the back for that car. These are kit wheels. Where is that at? There it is. These are the wheels I'm going to make. Whoops. Turn around the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah. A little bit different, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, John, do you want to see a wiring mess of parts?
Yeah.
You don't love
Sure.
this. Let me,
See, it should go like this.
The Anycubic
I'll
Photon
just finish
Mono.
that.
That's the printer I have, Dominic.
here's all the parts of the Galactica that I'm working on that I had to light up.
let's hope this one actually works.
Looks like a
Oh,
maze.
be quiet, Mopar. Mine worked last time too. It wasn't my fault that the short circuited.
Right. Poor craftsmanship.
Congrats on 9 years,
Oh.
bottom line.
Cool. Congratulations, Charlie. Hi, Charles.
9 years of rock and roll.
I have solid proof that it worked at first. It's on my video.
It worked one time, yeah.
And then it fried.
Then it fried like a chicken.
Yeah, well, it's squawked this last squawk.
I don't like that car, John.
Me either. I just wanted you guys to go, ugh.
It looks like a cross between a Thunderbird, a Dodge Viper, and a Daytona.
Yeah, it's pretty what you
Yeah.
call.
And it looks like it
bent
has
got a
Viper
bent
wheels and a Viper nose and a Viper windshield.
wrist.
But
Yeah,
then it looks like the back end, it looks almost like a Thunderbird.
pretty nuts.
It almost looks like a Mustang roof. Or part of
No,
it.
you're
anyway.
right.
Yeah.
That does look like a Mustang roof.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
back
You're
half.
right.
Yeah, the back
Right.
section, yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys ever watched the Battlestar Galactica, the reimagined series that they made.
No.
But one of the things about the ship is the flight pods retract inside before they jump, and inside the alcoves where the flight pods go into, these incandescent lights, red lights that shine down, and I had to make it to where I flattened out some LEDs and made them where they were kind of flat to
My
the surface.
gosh.
But I was able to pull off something like, it's going to blow out in the camera, but that's kind of,
Oh, yeah.
it does look that bright in reality, but it's a nice
look
glow. Huh?
Looks
Rick.
great.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the camera's blowing it out. It's actually not that
Yeah,
bright.
I hate when the cameras do that.
Yeah, it's actually just that right kind of glow that's coming out of nowhere kind of thing.
Josh sent you email, Rick.
Oh, okay. I did not check my emails yet.
I think it's for the interview part.
Okay, let me minimize. I'll go check my emails real quick. I haven't been in my emails yet.
I put a link there for the specific printer that I bought.
Cool.
Uh,
'Cause I want to check that out. And you're
Yeah, they've
happy
got
with
the
it,
option.
right?
What's that?
You're happy with it.
Yeah, so far it's been great. And even the resin isn't as bad. I expected it to be really bad. I'm terrible about this. I haven't been wearing gloves. I haven't been wearing a mask. I've hardly smelled any fumes at all. It's been really awesome.
Oh, that's
my
all
resin
right.
stinks.
I'm the same way. I don't wear any gloves or anything.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues at all. My only issue is my first print I didn't realize, when you buy electronics and they have the little plastic coating, like the little peel away protector on the screen.
Yeah.
So they had one on the LCD display that I peeled off. I didn't realize they also put one inside the vat on the FEP. So I did my first print, took 3 hours, and nothing stuck because I didn't peel the little sticker away. So my first print was actually a failure. But other than that, I haven't had any failures at all. Everything is printed perfectly.
So it wouldn't stick to that plastic film?
Yeah, the little protective film that they put on top of it, I forgot to peel it off.
Yeah, I understand that.
Before I printed, and it wouldn't print through it.
Yeah, wow, that's weird.
Or maybe, well, it did harden some of the resin. It just didn't stick to that.
Yeah.
Because there were clumps of resin in there. Oh, I forgot where I was going with that whole story. So I needed to clean out the vat and get it all fixed up, right? So I have my filter, and I'm holding it above the bottle, and I'm pouring the vat into the filter to recycle the resin and filter out all the chunks that have cured. And in the bottom of the filter, there's like a metal mesh screen to filter out the particulates. Well, that mesh is wider than the diameter of the hole of the bottle. So I was pouring resin right out the sides of the bottle, and I got resin everywhere. I mean, I must have half a cup of resin all over the table.
Oh, Jesus.
Greg, since you weren't here earlier.
Why is this not on film?
Ooh.
Imagine what kind of mess that would have been.
Oh, I like that color.
And here's a 34 so far.
Why is it coming out like that?
Over, yeah, there you go. Ooh. That
I
engine looks
scratched
so
over that.
nice.
Scratch built a lot of things on this thing.
I love that engine, John. That engine looks freaking cool.
These are the filters they send you, and you can see they have like a little mesh in there.
Those are regular paint filters.
And then holding it, trying to hold it in the bottle, it just comes out the sides.
Miguel?
You need a funnel behind that, I guess.
Miguel, get on Amazon, and I found this. Yeah, but this actually has a filter.
That'll work.
Yeah, I like that. I need to get one.
I got this on Amazon. It came with 2 brushes, and also came with a collapsible funnel.
Nice. I just cut the top off of a drink bottle.
Yeah.
And so now I have a wider rim to stick my filter in. It's still not great. I want something like what you have.
Yeah, because this actually, what I usually do with my resin is this fits on those plastic cups perfectly. So I put this on a plastic cup, and I pour the resin through here, and then I pour it from the cup back into the bottle.
Okay.
And still, you gotta slow down. You can't just pour it all in one shot because it'll spill.
But this cost like $8 on Amazon, and it came with the brushes, the collapsible funnel, and this.
So you said you use coffee filters?
Yeah, for the IP, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to try running resin through that. He'll never go through.
Yeah, but
I thought you were talking about the resin.
Did anybody see what Uncle Jesse did with the IP? Filtering the IP? Did he even solve the problem?
I don't know. I didn't.
What was the problem?
He couldn't get all of the particulates out of the IP, so he was using like a Brita filter. He was using coffee filters, and none of this stuff worked to his satisfaction.
Coffee filters work just fine for getting all the particulates out.
He was taking it to the max. That stuff was almost gel by the time he was pouring it through.
Charlie, PSI 25, anywhere from 25 to 35. All depends on the paint.
He was like letting it go for a week or so, and then filtering it.
Yeah, what I do usually with my stuff is after I'm done printing or cleaning the print, is I pour it right through the coffee filters, and that gets 99% of the particulates out of it, and then it sits for a while in the bottle
immediately
and settles. Yeah, I do it as soon as I'm done.
Immediately. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't like to let it. I mean, you can let it sit in a bottle, and the shit will actually come down to the bottom.
Yep, that's another thing he was doing.
But I just go ahead and filter it right off the bat, so that way it just makes it's easier for me when I go to use it the next time to clean a part off. As I prefer to do that.
So the thing is that we have to constantly clean it no matter what.
I haven't been cleaning mine.
There you go.
You got. I mean, you have to clean the bill plate and the vat as soon as you're done using it. You can't let that sit on there. But as far as
mine still has resin.
This is just like using an airbrush.
Mine still has resin in it, and I printed a week ago.
Yeah, I don't want to take a chance on anything happening. That's why I clean mine after every use.
Yeah, Charlie, about anywhere from 25 to 35 psi.
I also use water washable too.
Yeah, I tried that. I wasn't getting very good results on the prints from that.
Yeah, I filter the resin between every print, and I clean the vat out, but I don't filter the IPA in between prints.
The reason why I filter it because there are particulates in it.
Yep.
Yeah, but by that point I've already printed. I'm just washing resin off of the parts.
Yeah, to me it just keeps the IP a little more potent as far as being clean. And it doesn't take long to run through the filters.
Well, the only reason I haven't been is because I was following some instructions I found online that said you can use the IPA for like 30 prints before you need to replace it.
Oh yeah, I'm still using the original IP that I was using when I first got my printer. I haven't changed.
Because you got a good habit there. Cause it's like an airbrush.
Yeah,
if you keep your airbrush clean, very little downtime you're gonna have with that airbrush.
Because IP is so expensive, it's like I don't want to have to keep buying IP. So I've used. I mean, this IP I used from day one. I'm still using it. It's still pretty good.
Where you buy it though? Where are you buying your isopropyl alcohol?
My nephew works at a cannabis store, and they sell gallons of the IP. And
there you go.
He sells me the gallon of it for like $30. So
I wish.
It's not bad.
That's why I went water washable right off the bat. I don't have any IP. I don't have nothing of that. None of it.
I might revisit the water washable ones and see if maybe it was the print that I had. I don't know. I'll revisit that and see if maybe I can get some different results.
I bought myself an ultrasonic cleaner. I threw some water in it. I threw a little bit of Mr. Clean in it. And my prints come out beautiful.
Oh, that's a good idea. I gotta see when I get a printer if that's gonna work out.
Yeah, I might have to start rinsing my IPA in between prints then.
Well, if you can switch to this water soluble stuff and it works, water will be a lot easier than IP.
I'm already using IP. I'll just stick with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of the tutorials that I saw. The guys were using the water soluble or the resin.
Right.
But I'm just going to keep using what I have. This is my first resin printer. I'm just getting into 3D printing, really seriously, and I don't really know anything yet. So I'm going to try to stick with one path, and then as I learn more, get more experience and stuff, then I'll start branching out and trying different things.
I figured that. Yeah, I figured you would. Yeah, but most definitely. I do like the idea of keeping things clean, though.
Yeah, Charlie, just try that 20 psi, and if you got a good flow of paint, and leave it at that. If you don't, I'll just put up the pressure and just keep on trying till you get the right flow. That's all.
So what's Charlie having problems with? Urethane paint?
He's going to use automotive paint.
Yeah.
Through the airbrush.
Not that hard.
So I told him anywhere from 20 to 35 psi.
I'd say
all
25
depends on the
psi,
paint.
25, 28 psi, but it's got to be thin enough.
Yeah, of course. Well,
And
if he's gonna decant into a bottle, then it's already thin. So 20 psi should be sufficient enough.
oh yeah, but I mean
I've
I'm
done it.
spraying.
I've done it on 20 psi double action. No problem.
Oh yeah, but you got to watch out for the high metallic paint. Some of those high metallic paints have the metallics too big.
Yeah. Well, what I do is I put it through a filter, John, or
Yeah.
I put a stocking over the jar and then pour the paint through that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I just have to find a woman with stockings that have a bunch of holes in it and rip them off her.
Okay.
Get them at the
Yeah,
dollar store, John.
yeah.
So what you're saying is you haven't painted metallic in years.
Yeah, because he hasn't seen a woman in years either.
Not since I was 50 years old.
Work's never done, people. Work's never
Yeah,
done.
it's a shame. No wonder your hair's so short now.
Just had to cover a call off. Fun stuff.
Talk about air pressure for paint. There's a guy, and some of you may have heard tell of him, Art Anderson.
Yeah.
Anyway, Art Anderson told us we should be painting at about 5 psi.
What?
And now I don't use an airbrush, okay? So, but a friend that I know that used to go to well, he still probably does, but goes to NNLEs. He started painting his cars at 5 psi, and man, I'll tell you, those cars look awesome.
Well, I mean, it's going to depend on the paint.
John somebody.
John Juzan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he started doing that, and
How thin is this paint?
Well, it's always that milk consistency. Now, I've never seen paint.
What airbrush was he using? What was he using? What equipment?
Didn't matter. He used all kinds of different airbrushes. You get the same every time.
I just sent you an email, Josh.
When I first started airbrushing, and the tutorials that I looked up, they all had me, painting at 15 psi. Yeah. And some of them said never to go above like 25.
Yeah.
So I think you have to experiment with it and find
definitely.
out what's working for you based on your compressor, based on your airbrush, based on the paint you're using and how you're thinning it and what you're painting. I mean,
I'm shooting anywhere between 10 to 30 psi. Anywhere between those. It depends on what I'm shooting. If I'm shooting urethane, thick urethane clear, I'm shooting at 30 psi, 28 psi.
Yeah.
Well, you should be thinned out.
Well, I shot paint at 5 psi, no problem.
The more you thin out a clear, urethane clear, the greater the chance of having solvent pop. That means the solvent reacting with either your top coat or the plastic. Because you're adding solvent to the clear, and the solvent is hot. It's not something that's going to be happy with plastic.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You remember what you did with the craft paint? Then you went over, and you got all the little cracks.
Well, I use that Createx paint, and I just sprayed it with Testors Clear.
Right.
Now I haven't looked at that model for quite a few years, but it's I should go dig it out and look at it because it's got to be.
I mean,
it's got to be easily 10, 12 years since I painted that.
What happened? I mixed Testors and Duplicolor, a Duplicolor primer and Testors blue, bright colored blue, and it didn't crack or nothing for at least a year. After a year, it started having little micro cracks all over it because it gassed out. The primer gassed out through the top of the testers.
Right.
Well, I haven't done a lot of airbrushing, but everything I've done in the 15 to 20 psi range, and it's always turned out decent.
But it's time.
That's the same range I use.
Depending on what you're using.
Josh, you're doing small figures. Yeah, of course you need lower pressure.
Yeah.
You don't want too much paint to come on the figure.
It's very thin paint too. No,
Yeah,
it depends on what you're using too.
well, he's using
down.
he's using a Soltar from Badger. It's a very expensive airbrush.
Oh, yeah.
It's for fine detail. Like for me, for model cars, no, I wouldn't use that airbrush.
Oh, and Josh, I sent you an email, by the way, too.
Yeah, I think you just got to play with it and figure out
Hi,
what.
Jerry. How's it going?
Yeah, well, yeah, because it depends on what the medium you're spraying. Because a lot of different things can be sprayed. Like you're gonna spray floor polish. If you're gonna spray floor polish, you can't spray it at 30 psi. It'll go all over the place.
Well, that's why you go to Walmart and you pay $2 for a 100-pack of plastic spoons.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I spray spoons first. I'll be going making fun of me because I was testing my spray pattern on a spoon. I do that so I know how it's going to come out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that the old Batmobile?
No, that's the Futura.
Futura.
Yeah, because
that's what they used for the Batmobile.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what they made Batmobile.
Yeah.
But that's what I use Createx paint on, and the clear, and I don't really see any cracks in it.
Is that a plastic one? Is that the old plastic version? Kit?
Yeah.
I got that kit.
Yeah.
Unbuilt.
Big Charlie, you're still in the
Quarter
chat.
panels have to be put together, right? And everything.
Ask
What was
Jerry,
that?
Ask Jerry in the chat about what PSI you need to put automotive paint through an airbrush. He's the guy to ask because he does real cars.
Dwayne, who did you want to have that number? Because I can show it. It hid it in chat by default for security reasons, but if you wanted, I can share that so that people can see it.
What, Instagram thing? No,
he put his phone number in
Well,
chat.
I didn't see that.
But YouTube, makes it hidden unless a moderator shows it. But I wasn't sure who he intended it for. Okay. All right.
There it is, Josh. The Soltar here is over $300. So.
Yeah, you can't handle that.
That's a lot of freaking coins for a freaking airbrush.
Yeah.
So Steve, that kit has the quarter panels.
Gonna have to do more than spray paint for me. It's gonna have to give me a few things for that price.
What were you saying there, Mopar?
The quarter panels have to be glued on. They're separate pieces from the body, right? On the Futura.
The lower half. Just a second now. Where the chrome line is.
Right.
Where my fingers are. See where my fingers are.
Right.
Okay, and you got the chrome line. Right. That chrome line divides the top of the body and the bottom of the body.
Okay.
And you just glue the bodies together, and then you put the chrome over top of it.
But he did a good job. Look at that, man. It looks nice.
You don't see the seam or nothing. There's no real. I mean, the seam is there, but the chrome covers it up.
It's there.
Yeah. It's pretty simplified. It's a pretty simplified kit.
I know that. It's got a flat tub, right? Got the flat tub.
I had to have it. I had to have it because I bought the AMT.
Well, not here, Josh. $300.
AMT Batmobile.
So
I said, geez, I gotta buy this now. And at one time, I thought about buying one of these and converting it to a Batmobile. Well, thank God I didn't have to do that.
Hi, Ross. How's it going?
But
you said that airbrush was
Hey, Ross, how
$300.
you doing, buddy?
What's the least expensive model I ever built, Charlie? A free one.
a free one, yeah. Can't hit any cheaper than that.
What color was it molded originally, Steve?
This, I think, it was kind of a kind of a green color, like a light green color. Now, I don't know if they're all molded like this issue.
My playlist.
I don't know.
This molded teal, the light teal color.
Yeah, you can't really see underneath there. Yeah, it's kind of a light green color, but
Okay.
Oh,
there's no real chassis under it.
Oh no.
Just a flat pan. But
Yeah, just a tub.
yeah, but I really like that paint. I tried it on this, and it's kind of weird. It looks certain light. It looks kind of like a real light gold, and then other times I look at it and it looks kind of like a blue, and then it kind of looks a little green.
You didn't do it? Did you do a color shifting paint on that, Steve, or no?
Well, it's chameleon white.
So
It was I forget the name of it. Createx.
Hey,
so
Russ.
does it have the same effect as far as like the so basically
Yeah,
different lights it has a color?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. It does that. I don't know if that's what it was intended to do, but that's how it turned out.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. It's for what you get, it's not that bad.
Right.
But
I've never actually used a color shifting paint. I mean, I've got some
yeah,
like
I've got some Duplicolor, but I haven't used it.
I've got some craft paints that are color shifting, but never
That's the
actually
new stuff
tried
that's just out lately.
I'm not a
there
big
you
fan of the
go.
color shifting stuff because it always seems to have like green in it.
There you go,
Well,
Richard.
this Createx doesn't have much grain in it. And I only put I'm not a big fan of overloading stuff with a lot of clear coats. Like using for me, it's like one or two, maybe three clear coats, and that's it. I mean, this one here might have two coats on it, and that's it. Different.
Well, there you go, Richard. There's a link to the folk art mixing ratio.
Oh, sweet.
Once you
Dominic,
get
I went
the
ahead
color right, it's perfect.
and showed Dwayne's comment where he gave you his phone number. You'll have to scroll up a bit.
Who? Okay, Rick, the phone number?
I gave Dominic Dwayne's number.
Oh, okay.
Or I didn't. Dwayne gave it to him. I just showed the comment.
Right.
Okay.
I just allowed the comment.
Because Miguel has a wrench.
No problem, Richard. Yeah, a lot of my how-tos, Richard, they're in my playlist. So it's easy to find. Oh, yeah.
There you
The
go.
Thunderbirds.
The Thunderbirds, the Fab One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that show. I used to build the rockets.
The Rockets.
Yeah.
I find a hard job to find a site. Find this.
They had a display of that, Steve, in Toronto. Of,
Yeah, I bet.
the Thunderbirds. All the puppets and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't find that no more anymore.
Now
So,
that's
John-
just pink
I'm sorry.
plastic, and I put clear over it.
So, John, the link you just sent me. Is that for? Is
My
that
folk art paint. The mixing of the folk art paint.
is that what your tutorial on that?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I got it then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Everything
Thanks,
that's how-tos, it's all in my playlist. So that way people don't have to go through
Okay.
all my videos. Because I got like 300 videos on there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out because I like using the craft paints because it's cheaper and it's easier.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it works fine.
Metallic paints are a little different. You gotta thin them out a little bit more. But I would put a stocking over like the jar.
Yeah.
So that way all the lumps will not go into your airbrush.
Oh yeah. Well, you seen what I use? I use that T filter thing.
Yeah, you can use that too.
Yeah, that works really well because it's so easy to screw up to get that clog in an airbrush. So easy.
I got these things. Different sizes. Like this.
Oh yeah. Basically the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got all different sizes of them, man.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I found one that mine I did. I took when I bought that tea thing, I split it in half, and then I took a lid to my cat litter container, and I just cut a hole in it and just dropped it into it, and then built like a flange on the outside to fit over a Dixie cup. So it fits perfectly over a Dixie cup.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got I had that experience one time with a plastic cup. I didn't realize it was like a lack of base, and sure enough, it took the whole bottom of the cup.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it will. Here's a. I don't know how well you can see them. I drilled out all the. I don't know.
Oh
The
yeah, that
lights
looks good.
yeah,
for the front.
yeah.
This is the only part of the ship that actually has actual windows that I can see. Is the battle head right between the two, the upper and lower half.
You ever see that guy that did the submarine from that TV show, Can's Model Works?
In the
The
void
sea
at the
view.
bottom of the sea.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sea view.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I think I've seen his, and I also watched Trekworks um, did one too
He
that was
did
really
he
good.
did a yellow submarine before that a while ago.
You mean the
Looks pretty
sub, the
cool.
little
The
flying sub?
the flying sub.
Yeah, but he also did the yellow submarine from the Beatles.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so cool. I like that.
Yeah, he did that a while ago.
I'll tell you, I've got that. I've got that Seaview model.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I bought it right before I moved back out here from back east. I bought it, and it is about. Well, I mean, I can't tell you on camera how big it is, but it's like 1/350 scale, so it's huge, and it's a nice kit. But I definitely want to kind of go balls out on it when I do it to make it look really cool.
he even did a shovel that goes from underneath that submarine. That's
Yeah, it's
pretty
the
cool.
yeah because what it's supposed to be on the show, the very bottom at the front is one gigantic like a court like a roll up door style
Yeah, yeah,
that just opens up, and the flying sub just fits right in there. And it's just to like drop out and go.
yeah, yeah.
The flying sub is a nice kit. It's expensive though, but it's nice.
Yeah,
I
it is.
wonder when it first came out, but now you can't find it.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult to find, and also the newer kit is a lot better. The original, like when I was a kid, when it first came out, had a massive defect in it to where the top had three sections. It had two sides in the middle. The middle was torqued and twisted on every kit.
Right,
So I ended up having to. And at the time, I didn't know how to fix that, and I just got rid of
right.
it, which now
I,
pisses me off because I could have fixed it.
I always like that battleship Galactica. That's the one show I like.
You talking the original Lauren Green?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
I have that kit. I actually have the Mobius. I picked up the Mobius re-release of that kit. It's more accurate to the show, and it actually has light up flight pods.
What about that other show they had? It was called F Files, and they were all like lizards.
Oh, you're talking about? I know what you're talking about. You're talking
It's not a
about V. V.
Yeah, being
Yeah,
the visitors.
yeah. That spaceship was pretty cool.
And you know what's funny about that? That ship is not that hard to actually design and 3D print, really, because it's just basically a gigantic saucer.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not hard to do. I mean, I've been kind of playing around the idea of trying to design not
I'll take one of
duplicates.
those.
Yep, I'm sure you will, Mopar.
I'm talking about with the gals
Yeah, but
flipping
Rick,
around.
if John wants something from you, you got to build it though. Then you got to give it to John, and then he'll go, yeah, I built it, no problem.
No way in hell, dude.
I'd,
I don't
I
want
would,
none
I
of
would
these
love to
fly-by
be a Borg
stuff.
ship.
I want fly-by stuff. I'll build my own Klingon ship with hotcakes and hookers. Forget the Klingon ship. Forget the hotcakes.
But don't forget the hookers, right?
Don't forget
You
the
better put a little red light in it too.
yeah. That's your stuff, not me. I don't want all that stuff.
Terry's asking you, Miguel, how do you delete those parts?
Hit the delete button.
I
I'm not
thought you-
joking. On my
I thought-
keyboard, I hit delete.
I thought you-
What do? You highlight it and then remove, right?
Well, I'm in edit mode, so I've taken the part and I hit tab to go to edit mode.
And that
And
highlights
then
it.
and up at the top I can select between vertex, edge, or face. And I'm in vertex mode, which is all the little points, like connect the dots. They're all the
Right.
little dots. So I highlight the dots that I want, and then I hit my delete key on my keyboard, and then it gives me a pop-up menu that asks me what I want to delete. And I want to delete the vertices. So I delete them,
Oh.
and then
Bye-bye.
any
Miguel,
edges or faces that are connected to those get deleted. Yes.
Cool.
when you were talking about your wheel, the thickness of the wheel issue, if I'm correct on Chitubox, there is a where you can change, like when you go to tools for the exposure time. I think there's also a wall count on that. If that helps any. Yeah, like on 3D printing, you can, like when you resin or like when you print with an FDM printer.
All right, Richard.
You can do wall thickness of 1, 2, or 3. Basically 3 layers of wall thickness. I think on Chitubox, I think there's a setting to thicken the walls of your part. So next time you get in there, look through the tool setting and see if there's one for wall thickness, if it helps any.
All right, yeah, I'll take a look.
That way it'll save you some time having to, like, thicken the walls up, or or what, like I forgot, was it Dominique that was also talking about the 3D printing as well, I think. Yeah. He's got some good ideas on that too. I'm still fairly new to printing myself on that one.
I like the wheels that Dominic printed the last time. Show a bunch of wheels that he was doing.
I never saw those.
Yeah, pretty nice.
If you're gonna answer Pro Carry's question.
Who is he asking? One question.
Universal motor mount.
No, that's Rusty.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to see the motor mounts for an electric motor.
I know those wheels I printed for Ernie actually came out pretty decent too. I was really happy how those came out. 2 coats of paint
on the Fiero body.
Yeah, Richard, you don't want to put too much paint on, because otherwise you're going to hide the detail.
Right, if he's got full coverage, why paint it?
Yeah, 2 coats should be all right. If it's 2 full coats, I wouldn't bother with a 3rd coat. Unless it's a candy color, then it's a different story.
You gotta graduate to candy color. You gotta eye that up with your eyes.
Candy could be pretty strange sometimes. It could either work for you or against you, one of the 2.
Yeah, I've done a candy.
Yeah, it's all right.
Mopar, I could seriously go somewhere with that comment you just made.
That's because you're so, I don't want to say the word, because I don't want to tag you for what you are.
I'm not going to go there, because it just, I saw the door open and I was like, oh man, should I cut through this?
What door? Because it's candy?
The way you said that.
I'm sorry, you don't make candy colors. All you know how to do is
it's okay, Mopar. It's alright, Mopar.
Well, maybe on the nacelles. There's a little bit of red on the nacelles, right?
Yeah, that's the one, Dominic. The GTX Ford. Yeah, that's the one I saw. That you drew and printed at the wheels.
It's a good idea, RT. A Fiero Pro Stock.
Ooh.
Used to paint a lot of candies on the vehicles I built.
And yes, Russ, if you're going to ask later on down the road, I'm putting in their video up for the build I'm working on now. I just got to post it.
Never go through the door. See what RT said?
Yep, hold on, wiring.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah, I saw that, Josh. That Dominic is doing amazing work. Not for sure. I guess you got to have a knack for it in a sense too. Especially printing certain things.
Well, JP, it all takes baby steps. You go baby steps, and then you can start running.
That's that way you're still doing the baby steps then?
You always have to put the jokes, right? Can't be serious.
Well, they always say, you're born with a diaper, you die with a diaper, so.
Well, that's you. I'm dying the right way. Instead, having fun.
Yeah, the right way.
I'm not gonna die like you without a
You're
woman.
gonna frickin'
What are you,
flush your
crazy?
dust down the frickin' toilet, man.
Dying like you with a diaper on and COVID and locked up. I'm not dying locked up.
You with
The
your
Galactica,
fluffies.
Russ. The Battlestar
You with
Galactica
your
building.
fluffies.
No, I'm gonna fight all the way down. I'm not gonna take that crap.
That's why you have fluffies, eh? Your cat builds for you.
No fluffies here and no jabs either.
Oh, good.
Eh?
Huh. See? Even Rossi agrees with everybody on the panel, John.
What?
Yeah. What?
Could you take the marbles out? Take SM's marbles out of your
What?
mouth? Because I can't hear you.
Says what? What, Bill? You're building something? News to me. Oh, he's not pretending anybody else.
RT knows. He already said what he had to say on my channel. He knows he's just pulling the chain, trying to pull the chain.
Actually, Mopar is talking about my build. He forgot I was building the Galactica.
Oh, okay, fine, good.
Well, that's good, Dominic. I at my age, I don't have no freaking patience whatsoever.
Yeah, that's why he keeps jumping on me.
No, I'm not jumping on you. That will come on me.
Yeah. Well, as far as you, an old person man like you can jump, I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's put it in a hop situation, okay?
Now the real question is, Mopar, do you still have your fluffies?
I have no fluffies. You want to see my fluffies? Come on.
Not really. I don't know. I don't want to see your fluffies. No.
There you go. And be quiet.
We don't want to look at your hairy ass.
And Michelle's not here to defend herself with the fluffies either.
Well, I'm the one that called you out on the fluffies the first time.
Yeah, but Michelle was. I'm pretty sure Michelle was the other one that jumped on it.
Oh, she did. Right after I said it.
Yeah, she almost pissed herself the last time she was on.
Yeah, she did. That was funny. She got a good.
She didn't want to build the build up that I built. She just wanted a kit. She wants to build it herself, so that's fine with me. That's fine with me because I don't like sending build ups over mail anyways because it'll break down.
Oh, that's heresy, RT. That's heresy.
That poor girl probably had her ribs were probably killing her by the time that live stream was done.
Yeah.
She was hurting, but she was happy.
Yeah. We need to get John and Mopar together. Those kids are so cute.
No way, man. That's heresy. I told you that's heresy.
Yeah, Jay, that's right.
Okay, guys. I'm going to head out here so if somebody else wants to jump on.
Okay, Blue. Well, I'll probably be closing up pretty soon anyways.
Well, good to see you again, Blue.
Yeah.
I gotta go de-blue myself, so.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come back anytime.
Yeah, no, we'll probably see you up on Wednesday. Well, no, what's next on Saturday?
Saturday will be at 1 p.m. my time, Eastern time. So.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be what, 2 p.m. your time?
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's 11 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
For California time.
Yeah.
Be 2 of my time.
There was somebody here that was from California, living in California, Rick, before you came in.
Oh, who was it?
What was his name, John?
Florentino.
Yeah. Yeah, Florida
Oh.
Kingdom.
Yeah, you gotta forgive John. He can't remember what happened yesterday.
I wonder what part of California he's in.
Well,
Hey,
he said a
guys,
helicopter was
later.
coming by over his place, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
you know,
was close to an airport or something.
yeah, Mulder and
Yeah.
Scully.
With a helicopter, it could be about anywhere.
Yeah.
He was saying crime. He's saying it's part of the crime thing.
Well, I mean, that there's a lot of cities that qualify for that. Right there.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
California.
you could be in, I mean, Los Angeles or Compton
Right.
or whatever.
That's like North Jersey. North Jersey, it's in New York City. You're gonna see that all the time.
Yeah, live down
Yeah,
in
I
Los
say-
Angeles.
I figure out how to bend plastic pipes to make
Oh wow!
headers,
How did you
And
pull
then
that off, John?
and there's no kinks.
I don't know, Hobby Barn, but
How did you
tell
do
me.
that?
Boiling water.
Just dip it in the boiling water and just.
All right, you wrap it around like a rod,
Yeah.
like this, and you just boil some water in the pot. You dip it in, and you bend it at the time.
What is
He
it?
got the idea when he was making macaroni.
That's how I
Because
do. That's how I do my wheel tubs too.
It's a. Miguel was asking what. I don't think. Did you see it, Miguel?
I didn't see it. I didn't get to see it.
John, he didn't see the headers you just showed.
Oh, God, I'm as bad as Steve with the cameras.
Almost.
Oh, here we go. See?
You know where you're at?
Stop right there.
See?
Oh
That
yeah.
was really cool. Now, my only question is, when you did that though, John, did you? I mean, it wasn't too soft to where you like got fingerprints?
Oh
in it.
no.
Oh, okay.
You
Gotcha.
put it in hot water, and then when you pull it out, you get a pair of pliers and you just bend it over that rod,
Nice.
and then put cold water on it, and it stays its shape.
And no kinks. I like that.
Yeah.
That is really cool. They look
I
good.
like kink.
Are you trying to redesign your wheel there, Miguel, into the two-parter?
Just trying to figure out what works better.
Oh, Charlie, I have no clue. The best build I ever did was something I sold quite a while ago, and I wish I had it right now. But money talks, and bullshit walks. That's
Yep.
You know, snap-on tools suck, right?
what
The new snap-on tools suck. They're all made in China.
They used to be good.
They used to be.
What
Good, yeah.
Who's that?
Snap-on.
Snap-on tools.
Oh, yeah.
They used to be really good. Good quality.
Now the prices are really high, and then you go and try to get a replacement for something that breaks. They look at you like, "Well, did you buy it from my truck?" No, but it says Snap-on on there. So
I
that don't
stick
mean
with-
nothing.
I like my Stanley and my Ryobi tools. Work really well.
I'm okay with Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight works too. I got some nail guns that I got from Harbor Freight, and I still use them. They work just fine.
Harbor Freight is a lifetime warranty. You walk in there. I've walked in there and said, "Look, it's broken." He goes, "Go get one off the shelf." Okay.
I went in there probably about maybe a year
Okay,
ago.
Richard, later.
Bye, Richard. I went there a month ago and bought 2 nail guns, and I still use them, and they never
Later, Procare.
give me a problem. Bye, Procare. And I think I spent less than $100. I spent $130, 2 nail guns and nails, and they work just fine.
Yeah, it's the same thing with anything else. Everything's made somewhere else.
Yeah.
You're paying for a name. That's all you're paying for.
Yeah, pretty much.
You go out and buy something, and you open it up, and it says Toshiba inside. Okay.
What I like about the Ryobi tools is they're good quality and they're not really expensive. They're actually pretty reasonable.
The Ryobi, I got some Ryobis as well, but the Ryobis, the good thing about them is they're an established company and they're not going anywhere. Like right
True.
now, Porter Cable just went under.
Oh, they
So
did.
So all the Porter Cable stuff I got, basically I'm screwed because they're not going to make it anymore.
When did they go out of business?
Last year.
Oh my God, I did not know that. Because I've got some. I got one of their drills.
Yeah, I got a couple other drills, and I had a saw that didn't last a year. Saw didn't last a year.
Oh my.
So yeah,
No,
so
I had. I had a cordless battery saw from them,
Yeah,
and that died on me in no time flat. That was
that's
just
what I mean.
toast.
Yeah,
Yeah, they suck.
they're worthless.
Yeah, they are. I had to throw
They
it out.
ruined. That used to be one of the best names out there for the cable.
Yeah, not no more.
Not no
I
more.
didn't realize they wanted a business though. Damn.
Yep, just got eaten by somebody else. That's all.
There's a lot of prawn out there.
That's right.
I bought like a cordless drill yesterday for $10.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
sure,
What?
you can get them.
Even delivered.
Haha, sweet. Did you Walmart it, or?
No, on Facebook, on
Oh, okay.
Marketplace.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it now. Now my spray booth is on a microwave stand. I love it.
I know. I got a chance. To try out my spray booth the other night. The pull-out part that I designed,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you what, it made airbrushing so much easier because I literally just turned my chair this way, pulled out the
Yeah.
station to me, and then put it back in when I was done.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love it now. Because
Well, I like it now that I got the microwave stand for underneath the spray booth, so I can put the air compressor right in the cupboard.
oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Well, microwave stands is a good place for storage.
Yeah.
my compressor's too big for a cupboard.
My problem was with my airbrush station was every time I moved my chair into paint, I whacked my kneecap on this damn desk.
Yeah.
I got tired of it.
My airbrush box don't take any room, no floor room at all.
Yeah, and this way I can put paint in a drawer. It's got a drawer, and then it's got the cover underneath.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, Mopar, don't you have the master brand of airbrush station?
I do.
No, he
Oh,
don't.
okay. That's what this one is, except I modified it. I took off that plastic shroud that comes on it, and I just took all that off, and I installed a secondary CPU fan and built this big old shroud myself. But I still,
You know the filters that you get for them, Rick. You can wash them out, and vacuum them. That's what I
yeah,
do.
but I'll tell you actually what I do with mine, and mine's actually pretty expensive, is I go down and buy in the craft section at like Walmart, you know those rolls of batting that you can buy?
Oh yeah.
I buy those. I keep one master filter that's clean, and I basically put the master filter on top of the batting, and I cut out the filters, and I just pop them in as I use them and get rid of them when they're done.
I know some people that use dog diapers for the back.
I can see that. I mean, you can actually wash the filters that you can buy for this thing.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, they are washable. I just wanted something that was that I could make large amounts of, and I could take a roll of batting and I could get about 20 filters out of it.
Yeah. Well, they have the same filters at some of the pet stores for aquariums, and they lay down in the bottom of the aquarium as a filter.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, for
It's the same.
For the saltwater fish.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same material, I think.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
I forgot about that. I'm gonna have to check my
And it's
local.
cheaper too because you buy a big roll of it, and you could cut I don't know how many pieces out of it.
We have a PetSmart down in the next town over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down
You
to
should check it out. You should check it out.
I'm going to because
Does your fan ever get any paint on it?
It gets a little dust.
Mine don't. No, mine don't.
Yeah, no paint on mine either, just dust.
Because my exhaust connection to the window is only about 4 feet long, and the shorter the length from the spray booth, the better it is for the spray booth. itself.
Yeah,
better the extraction.
Yeah.
I understand that. I got zero. It's right there.
See, I don't have mine's not vented out to the outside. I don't use any enamels. I just use the water-based paints, so I don't have to vent mine out to the window.
No.
Now, if I did any kind of acrylic, enamels, yeah, I would. I would have to vent
good
it out.
for you though. The alcohol and resins aren't good for you to be breathing.
Well, I wear a mask when I do my resin stuff, but when the painting, I keep everything aimed right at the filter.
As long as you wear a mask, you're good.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah, everybody thinks water-based is okay to breathe.
Hi,
but it
William.
isn't.
How's it going?
Any of these bottles will tell you. Any of these bottles will tell you right on it not to breathe it.
Yeah, water based is better than enamel, but it's still
Yeah,
not
but
recommended.
You
like
know why?
I
Because
look
the
at it this
salt.
way, Rick. Like you can even go outside, and sometimes the air outside is not healthy. So
True.
The solvent
yeah,
that's in here. What are you using, JP? You're using window washer for solvent for your water-based paints, right?
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
stuff is highly poisonous. If you drank it, it would kill you, and they can't make it
Well, I don't think
unpoisonous.
I plan to drink it, John. Right away. Like,
I'm not
come
talking about you
on,
drinking it.
holy
I'm
shit,
trying to
man!
tell you. I'm trying to teach you something. I'm
It's
Are
trying to
you a
teach you
hillbilly or
something.
what?
If you breathe it in, it's the same thing as drinking it because you're bringing it into your lungs. You understand? If you're
Yeah,
inhaling the fumes from the ethylene stuff that's in here, okay, you're breathing it in and your body's absorbing it over time. A woman killed her husband that way by giving him a little bit of coolant, car coolant, every day in his coffee till it built up and killed him. You
well, yeah.
understand? So this stuff is the same way. It's over
yeah.
time,
Okay,
exposure
okay,
over time.
okay.
I know you don't want to learn anything. All you want to do
No,
is sit there
no,
like a lump on a rug.
no.
God forbid you learn anything.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. It's not safe.
Oh, I needed a good laugh after work today.
Yeah, yeah.
I think this is the place to come.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Steve. Exactly what I was going to say.
Hey, after my day dealing with crazy people for
You
8
know
hours a
what?
day, I
We should call this the Gong Show.
the cops.
Yeah, you're
I'm gonna
the head
get
gong.
Sal
You're
and
the
we're
head
calling
gong.
Yeah,
big
yeah.
hammer, and I'm just gonna go boom, boom, boom. So each
And
time John says a word.
you need a gong just to go to the bathroom. What are you talking
Oh
about?
God.
No, you're gonna have to put your hand up, John, if you want to go to the bathroom.
You're not the teacher here. Just because you're old don't mean nothing.
Yeah, these hangouts are great. Great time, man.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever had a hang out with you guys yet that I have not laughed my ass off at
Yeah.
some
It's a
point.
good thing. Might as well laugh.
Hey,
Laugh or
Steve,
cry, one or the other.
do you know these names? Mimi,
Mimi.
Vega, Deco, Deco?
No, I can see the decal, but I don't recognize the name.
Well, it's a Vega. The
Oh,
same
okay.
time Bill Jenkins drove his Vega.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I plan to do, anyways. Don't plan to do Bill Jenkins Vega.
What did I do with that?
Yeah, I
Shit.
can't believe she didn't choose
It
you to
sounds like
build
a
the
talk
car,
show.
man.
No, it's not a talk show because we don't have to figure out how many times that woman slept with so many different guys.
RT. Come over, I'll give
That's the
you a
way
whole
the talk
bottle.
shows are now, aren't they? You know that the woman
There is
has no clue who the father is.
So that's what happened to your Russ. Okay, now we know. I've often wondered what happened to you.
But RT's drinking coolant. I don't understand this. See that? He spelled it right. Coolant.
Oh, geez.
Are you
Reminds me
drinking it
is
for
more
lunch?
like the show.
You know why John talks so much? His wife doesn't let him talk in the house.
That old wife joke is yours because she took all your
No,
stuff.
no,
Now you're
I
mad.
have no wife, so I don't have to worry.
No, she took all your stuff. That's yeah.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
And that's why I don't believe in divorce. I believe in murder.
Do you use coolant?
Oh, that's why you live by a graveyard. Now we know, John.
That's it.
You've
That's why
been
there's a
burying
grave. That's why I work in a
backyard.
graveyard.
Yeah.
That's right. And I'll bury you really shallow. Don't worry about it. I won't give you the full 4 feet. I'll give you 12 inches.
He's gonna have to give it to you 2 inches at a time, though.
That's Miguel. He can only do it 1 centimeter.
Oh, oh my God.
Oh God.
That's how he got the
Oh, with my luck, John,
Not millimeters.
I wouldn't be buried for 100 years because it would take me that long to bury.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh
I
God.
take the
Look, I'm
backhoe
crying
out.
now.
I take the backhoe out. I'd have you buried in 20 minutes. I'd be buried in 20 minutes. No
A
problem.
couple of inches at a time.
No. More like a couple feet at a time. A couple feet at
Yeah,
a time.
someone's dreaming.
Oh, I know. I want to see anyone in this chat here use a backhoe.
Yeah, Russ, you're absolutely right.
No, that RT, that was
Use inches
Miguel
and
was using inches and millimeters. That's why his wheels fell apart.
Oh, Russ, I like it.
Oh my.
Oh God.
Well, it wasn't Canada. It's easy to get mixed up, in millimeters and inches.
Well, that is your millimeters, not inches. Right?
How many millimeters? You've never measured that in any period of time.
It just seems more in millimeters.
But he thought he was going for centimeters instead of millimeters.
You're right, John. You're right.
I'm not right.
You're right.
Well, that's true. You're not right. None of us are.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that's not right.
Oh God. Now my ribs hurt. God damn it.
Oh, thank God Michelle wasn't here.
Oh gee. Oh
Micro
man, Michelle, she'd be
M-
dying.
At the pit pop decider.
You just see her take her headset off and run to the.
See what William Rayborn said?
I'll be right back.
Look what William Rayborn said. Doesn't mean that none of you guys can keep it straight.
Then you'll hear the puppy going. Like he's running to the bathroom.
I have to tell her next time she streams with us, make sure she's close to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Wear a diaper.
There you go. Get the Depends.
Oh, that's sad. That's rough, dude. That's rough.
She laughs so hard. That way she don't have to run to the bathroom when she laughs so hard. Oh God.
That is way over the line.
Oh my.
That's
my
one job I missed, though.
You see what William says in the chat?
I just told you that.
Doesn't
What,
Well, I
you
was
just
looking
saw-
at you.
did you just notice
can't keep it
that?
straight.
You just noticed it, huh? Wow.
Oh.
You're
we all
one
know
bright
this.
boy.
All of us knows that, John.
You're one of the brightest bulbs in the planet, aren't you? What are you, an LED? Halogen? What are you?
That's more like an SMD. They're much brighter.
Oh, he's a dim bulb. That's what he is. Oh, man. That's cool.
Oh Lord have
Hey,
mercy.
Miguel, you haven't said anything. What's going on?
So you work days, Rick, or what?
What was that, John?
Working here.
You work days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work from 8 to 4.
Yeah.
Well, traditionally 8 to 4. I I sometimes have meetings or stuff I have to do after work, but
Yeah, I used to be on like a routine with like you, a 24-hour call,
mhm.
and they would call me say 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning to fix the problem.
Oh god,
If
yeah.
I fixed it in 5 minutes, they had to pay me 8 hours.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. I don't. Me being an account manager, I pretty much have to be on call unless I'm on vacation, where I put someone else in charge.
Hey,
I thought
RT,
exactly.
JP can
How's
fix
it
that
going?
for you. He knows how to straighten that out. He uses hot water. He's been doing it to pipes for a long time.
Oh god, I'm dying over here now.
I think John thinks the whole week of what he has to say when we go
Oh,
live.
that's you. You're over there with your daughter going.
He's got notes right in front of him.
I said this last week, so I better say this week. I'm
Time for
figuring
the
this out.
Bring up the footnotes.
That's
Yeah.
right. You need the footnotes, the crib notes. That's what you need. Them right on your
Yeah,
hand.
he's got
That's why you
notes
keep
for
your
the
hand
next
in
6
your
months.
mouth.
He's got notes for the next 6 months.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
Put your hand down. That way you don't have to read the crib notes.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna be closing up so we could
All right,
shut
cool.
John up.
Oh, yeah. We gotta go because SDM's gonna pee himself. SDM is the new Michelle. So chill out.
Hey,
No,
John,
I'm good.
we all like you, even though
Yeah, kind of like you. I don't know how I feel about it.
You love it and you know it. Don't even start.
Don't
Jesus.
that's right.
Okay,
You want
guys,
to meet to this place? All right.
thanks for coming, and we'll do it again on Saturday.
See you
Go
guys.
ahead.
Later on.
Here's
All
everybody.
later.
Later,
Bye.
Bye,
man.
guys.